Tim Burton is known for his unique and quirky storytelling style, and one of the ways he adds an extra layer of fun to his films is by hiding Easter eggs throughout them. These hidden references and nods to other works are a treat for fans who are paying attention and add an extra level of enjoyment to watching his movies. In today's video, we'll look at some of the Easter eggs hidden in Tim Burton films, starting off with the topiaries created by Edward Scissorhands at number 10. In Tim Burton's Edward Scissorhands, the main character is a humanoid without a heart. He lives in a Gothic castle, isolated from the outside world and struggling to understand the complexities of human emotions. However, he learns about the human experience before his creator passes away, and through this discovers his life's purpose: to create. Before becoming a hairdresser, Edward began his career as a topiary artist. He created beautiful sculptures out of hedges and plants, using his scissor hands to shape and sculpt the greenery into intricate designs. His first creation was a Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is seen stomping through the gardens of the castle. In Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, the same T-Rex and similar topiaries are seen outside where the children are playing. These Easter eggs are a nod to Edward's past and serve as a reminder of the creative genius that he once was, before the world rejected him for his peculiar appearance. Following up at number 9, we've got Trick or Treat Trio from The Nightmare Before Christmas. The trick-or-treating trio, Lock, Shock, and Barrel, from Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, are a group of mischievous and misbehaved children who delight in causing chaos and causing trouble. Their haunting masks and eerie laughter make them stand out as some of the most memorable characters in the film. However, their sinister behavior and appearance bear a striking resemblance to the masked children in the 1945 film The Woman Who Came Back. In this film, a group of children terrorizes a woman who is believed to be a witch, harassing and tormenting her until she is driven out of town. Both groups of children exhibit a similar level of cruelty and maliciousness, showing a dark side to the innocent-seeming tradition of trick-or-treating. These eerie similarities highlight the twist and dark nature of both groups of children and serve as a reminder that not all things that appear innocent are as they seem. Tim Burton's skill at creating complex and multi-layered characters is evident in the sinister and haunting Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Next up, multiple nods in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory at number 8. In Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, a flashback shows the opening of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. As the chocolatier cuts the ribbon with a pair of scissors, he turns to the crowd with the scissors still in hand. This moment is a nod to Tim Burton's Edward Scissorhands, in which Johnny Depp's character has scissors for hands. This reference adds an extra layer of connection between the two films and showcases Burton's skill at weaving Easter eggs and references throughout his work. Additionally, Willy Wonka's futuristic glasses are similar to those worn by Depp in Sleepy Hollow, further emphasizing the connection between the two characters. This nod to Depp's other work in Burton's films adds another layer of complexity and enjoyment for fans who are paying attention. One possible fan theory is that Willy Wonka retired from the chocolate business and became the inventor of Edward Scissorhands. This theory adds another layer of depth to the already rich and imaginative world created by Tim Burton. The endless possibilities and connections in Burton's films show just how boundless his creativity truly is, and how much fun it can be for fans to uncover the hidden references and Easter eggs throughout his work. Coming up for the 7th entry, it's Jack Skellington. Before Captain Jack Sparrow became our favorite swashbuckling pirate, there was just Captain Jack. But did you know that Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King of Halloween Town in The Nightmare Before Christmas, also had a brief stint as a pirate? In James and the Giant Peach, a surplus figurine of Jack Skellington appears as a mythical sea captain on the Giant Peach. He's called Skellington and exclaims, "Jackpot," when he finds the Peach's riches. This Easter egg hints at the possibility that Jack Skellington was a pirate in life before being resurrected as the Pumpkin King. Or it could just be a fun nod to fans of both The Nightmare Before Christmas and James and the Giant Peach. Either way, it adds to the character's larger-than-life persona and the many adventures he embarks on in his quest for excitement and fulfillment. Let's now learn about Smilex for the 6th entry. This has got to be one of the creepiest entries on the list. Not that the others are any different, but let's take a look. Jack Napier is famously known as the Joker from the earliest days. In fact, he's one of the most famous Jokers to have appeared on screen. But the process through which he became the Joker is rather painful. He falls into a vat of Smilex, which in turn transforms him into the Clown Prince of Crime, the Joker. Following the tragedy, there's a lot of use of Smilex in the destruction that the Joker causes. But the most interesting part is that we get another glimpse of Smilex when we see Charlie Bucket's father working at a factory of it in the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Next up, Burton's love for clowns for number 5. Mars Attacks is a science fiction comedy film directed by Tim Burton. The film is a parody of B-movie alien invasion films and features a cast of well-known actors including Jack Nicholson, Glenn Close, Annette Bening, and Pierce Brosnan. One of the standout elements of the film is an Easter egg referencing another one of Tim Burton's films, Batman Returns. In Mars Attacks, a lone clown is shown behind a glass jar throughout the movie. This character is reminiscent of the clowns in Batman Returns, who worked for the villainous Penguin. This nod to Burton's previous work adds an extra layer of humor to the film and is a treat for fans of his earlier films. Following that, we've got Edward Scissorhands' Suit at number 4. Have you ever seen the movie Big Fish? It's a really great film about growing up and finding your place in the world. The main character, Edward Bloom, goes through a really tough time when he has to go through a growth spurt. It's kind of like what happens to us all during puberty, except in the movie, he's put into a machine that helps him grow taller, but the process leaves him bedridden for 3 years. It's a really emotional scene, and it really shows the challenges of growing up, and is a fun Easter egg for fans of Tim Burton. Edward Bloom is dressed in a jet black jumpsuit and machinery, similar to the character of Edward Scissorhands. It's a great nod to one of Burton's earlier films. Overall, we highly recommend checking out Big Fish if you haven't seen it already. It's a really touching and thoughtful film. Safe to say, Edward Scissorhands is one of Burton's most beloved works, given that he loves to keep referencing it in other films. Or vice versa. We're in the top 3 now. First up, we have black and white clothing for number 3. If you're a fan of Tim Burton movies, you've probably noticed his love of black and white. It's a really cool aspect of his aesthetic, and it can be seen in a lot of his characters and their outfits. For example, in Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street, the main character is shown wearing a black and white bathing suit. This outfit reflects the character's internal conflict between his desire for revenge and the remnants of his conscience. Similarly, the character Beetlejuice is known for his signature black and white suit, which he wears while engaging in ghostly activities. But it's not just the characters who are dressed in black and white. The sets and locations in Burton's films are often monochromatic as well. This helps to create a distinct and eerie atmosphere in his movies. And of course, the use of black and white is a nod to German Expressionism, which is a big influence on Burton's work. Also, fun fact, the latest work from Burton, Wednesday, again puts a lot of emphasis on this one element. In fact, there's a very specific nod to the striped black and white clothing in a scene where the characters are eating popcorn. Following that, for number 2, it's Jack Skellington's Carousel. One of the main characters in the film Beetlejuice is in fact Beetlejuice, a mischievous and cantankerous ghost who enjoys scaring the living. One of the standout elements of the film is a carnival carousel that appears in the netherworld. At the top of the carousel is the head of Jack Skellington, the main character from Burton's later film, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Above Jack's head is a larger bat, which foreshadows the role that Michael Keaton, who plays Beetlejuice, would take on 1 year later as the Dark Knight in Batman. The inclusion of the carnival carousel and the foreshadowing of Keaton's future role as Batman add an extra layer of enjoyment to the film for fans of Tim Burton and his work. The carousel itself is a whimsical and imaginative creation, and the inclusion of Jack Skellington's head adds a touch of nostalgia for fans of The Nightmare Before Christmas. The bat above Jack's head serves as a clever reference to Batman and a nod to Keaton's upcoming role. Overall, Beetlejuice is a fun and imaginative film that showcases Burton's unique visual style and sense of humor. Finally, for number 1, we've got Edward Bloom's tie. In the Big Fish film, the main character, Edward Bloom, is shown wearing a necktie with a design featuring the hill from Halloween Town from The Nightmare Before Christmas. This outfit choice serves as an Easter egg for fans of Tim Burton, who directed both films. The tie reflects Edward's love of Gothic fashion and a nod to his earlier role as Edward Scissorhands. Furthermore, the tie serves as a warning to anyone who might try to harm Edward. Anyone who would beat up a man wearing such a tie does not deserve to get married. That's a wrap for this video. Is there another Easter egg or a subtle reference that you may have noticed in Tim Burton movies? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.